Hello, this is Katie. Welcome to the Picture Book Library. Hello, my name's Katie. I'm a mom of 6 kids and I absolutely love children's books, so I created this channel to talk about them. This past week I was at the thrift store and I found a nice little pile of children's books that are treasures and I wanted to share them with you, so here we go. Okay, the first one is A Little House on the Prairie. It's actually a hardback. It's in really great shape, and these are my first Little House book. This is my first Little House book series. We have a few more from this series, but I think the other ones I have are softback, and we didn't have this particular one. So I was very excited to find this one. One of my favorite series growing up. This one is called Many Moons. It's by James Thurber and illustrated by Louis Slobodkin. When I saw this, it's not in great shape. You can see there's some water damage up at the top, but when I saw it, I was so excited. I was over the moon because I immediately recognized the illustrator, Louis Slobodkin, who illustrated 100 Dresses, which is a really great book. However, I was shopping with my mom and she saw it and said, oh, James Thurber! So it's just a great book on all fronts. And it is a Caldecott Medal winner, so that's exciting too. All right, I grew up with this book. It's called A Bargain for Frances. Frances is one of those characters that you love and hate. She really, honestly, has a bad attitude a lot, but I love these little stories. They're so sweet, and they're written by Russell Hoban, and pictures are by Lillian Hoban. So these are just a great standby, and the illustrations are super cute. This one I got, it's called Surviving Hitler. It won a Robert F. Siebert Honor Book Award, and it's the story of a boy in a Nazi death camp. I got it particularly because the words are a really good size for young readers, and it's a real life story. And this kind of history that's very hard to read, I think is really important for our kids to know about and to be able to relate to realize like real people went through these atrocities. And I think that's really important for them to know history and the tough history. Stop. I think it's really important for them to know the tough history as well as the good stuff, and to be able to empathize with people who suffer and struggle. So my 11-year-old already read this and it really affected him a lot. So as a follow-up, I actually had him read The Hiding Place, so he's working on that now. I also found this book. I am not familiar with the illustrator or the author. However, I thought the illustrations were really pretty, and it is the true story. It's called High as a Hawk, A Brave Girl's Historic Climb. It's the true story of the youngest girl to ever summit Long's Peak. So it's about a little girl who in 1905 summited this peak in Colorado. So the illustrations are really cool and very vibrant, and it looks really good. I actually haven't read it yet. You can see. It's by T.A. Barron and it's illustrated by Ted Lewin. All right, this one I got because Usborne, of course, and my kids love horses and ponies, and this is one of their Usborne beginner books. It has like it's such a great size font, and it has lots of pictures, a mix of illustration and photographs, and as with all Usborne books, it's just a great resource. So my husband is working on getting his CFI rating as a pilot. We own a Cessna 150, and he is using it to move forward in his aviation career, and we all love it. We're so excited. And so it was so exciting when I found this, the Airplane Alphabet book. I have a little bit of an obsession with alphabet books. I have a lot of them. So to find an airplane one was awesome. So it's got all kinds of information in it and all kinds of airplanes And there are a few spots where the pages were a little bit stuck together and it left a little bit of a mark, but it's not really a big deal. So very, very cool. The kids already love this one. I also got this one, Pompeii. One Roman city, one house, more than 2,000 years of change. Anyway, it's one of those really cool books that does kind of dissects the streets and shows you life back in that time. And it also shows about the eruption of Vesuvius and then some of the excavations. So my kids are really into Pompeii right now, so it was just a great book for them to look through, and they're enjoying that already. And then last but not least is something that I am so excited about. It is called Eleanor, and it's by Barbara Cooney. Barbara Cooney is one of my favorite authors and illustrators. I have several of her books. So I have another one of her books, Emily. I have a few of her books. Let me find them. Well, of course, I can't find the exact Barbara Cooney book I was looking for, which I know I have, but I found my other ones. Suboxone, an amazing book, illustrated by Barbara Cooney, written by Alice McLaren. Oxcart Man by Donald Hall, illustrated by Barbara Cooney. This is a Caldecott Metal book. And Miss Rumphius. If you are not familiar with Miss Rumphius, find it and read it. It's gorgeous. I love it. And the other one that I couldn't find is called Emily, and it's about the poet Emily Dickinson. And so this is called Eleanor, and it is about Eleanor Roosevelt. So Barbara Cooney does an amazing job of weaving in real life characters in history with children and making it into a story that other kids can relate to. So I am so excited to read this one. Look at that. It just made me so happy to find this one. So those are my finds from this week. I am so happy. I loved it, and I hope you love it too. And let me know what other kinds of things you want to see on this channel. Bye.